If you guys are keeping up with the David case, you don't know why he hasn't been arrested or something happening to him by this point in time. But this video right here is about to give us the explanation to why they haven't arrested David yet. Why David is not arrested yet.
David has canceled all remaining U.S. tour dates, including his upcoming LA show, as the medical examiner continues to determine the cause of death. A lot of people are asking, how is this guy not arrested yet? With an investigation like this to
Bro, David is really like the music industry's Joker, bro. He's really like the anti-Frank Ocean, bro. Like the evil Frank Ocean, bro. This crazy. Even though he ain't as good as Frank Ocean. I ain't even gonna put him on that. Nah, stop playing. Crazy man.
LAPD has to get this right. They can't mess up at all. I have a post from someone who says they're an attorney and they explain how it works. But first, the internet detectives are out again. And look at this screenshot, man. I mean, what the hell? Please adopt me. I need it. Someone comments on David's TikTok.
Bro, everything is so sinister now, bro. Even like, bro, Hello Kitty with the blood white shirt and the eyes tied up, bro. Come on, bro. Everything, like, just because the girl loves Hello Kitty, he became a fucking Hello Kitty fanatic. I don't like none of it, bro. None of it.
He replies, at 0907, should we? Do you see what's familiar about 0907? Look down here. It's Celeste's birthday. So clearly he was mentioning Celeste's TikTok, asking her, should we adopt this random fan? Like kind of as a joke, you know what I mean? Isn't that sickening? This is an underage girl he's asking that to. He is straight up asking a child to adopt a child with him. If this is her TikTok, which, I mean, let's be honest.
2024, January 2024, if she was supposed to turn 15, that means she might have been 13 at the time.
It looks like it's her TikTok, right? The birthday thing. What's the obsession with this birthday situation? Like the uploading of music on her birthday too. Like this is all so bizarre to me. Hi guys, I'm an attorney. I do not practice criminal law, but I got an award for criminal procedure, so I like to think I know a thing or two about it. I also practice civil rights law, which has involved lawsuits against the police department for procedural due process violations.
He got enough for good enough for me, bro. I'd rather listen to you than make up my own opinions.
That said, I have no practical criminal law experience, only some criminal pro, so I can only speculate on what is routine/common versus what is abnormal, especially in California. I'm not licensed in California. None of this is legal advice. With this popular of a case, there's a lot of pressure on detectives to get this right. That means being thorough. In order to make an arrest, you have to have probable cause that the crime has been committed. This has to be backed by evidence, which the DA presents to a judge. If there's anything wrong with the evidence, the case can be dismissed. Usually they can bring charges again if evidence is gathered at a later point. But in order to make sure that doesn't happen, each individual piece of evidence must be independently verified. They have to track down the source of each photo, of each message, and ensure that it came from accounts belonging from David or Celeste, and determine that message has not been altered. So what he's saying is, like the Discord messages, text messages, all these texts we've seen, they have to get a search warrant for this shit. Like, and verify it's actually Celeste and David. Search warrants take time. This is required for each piece of documentary evidence to be admitted.
That actually makes sense, honestly, because people can literally make anything, especially nowadays. Like anything could be doctored. You could just make up some shit, bro. Like just make up anything. So, you know, it's highly unlikely. But imagine a world where everything that we read and saw, everything fake. Just AI edited videos. Damn, I feel like I'm about to sneeze, but I'm not sneezing. Anyway, bro, let's continue the vid, bro.
In court is used to prove the veracity of evidence. This takes time and can lead down other little rabbit holes. For example, if they have a lot of evidence from the Dean Blunt Lover account, that's an Instagram account that some people think is Celeste's like hidden Instagram account. I wasn't able to find it. I think it's gone now. They have to subpoena Snapchat to ensure that it was actually Celeste's account. This is talking about the Snapchat. I saw an Instagram account. Or get sworn affidavits from witnesses who can testify to that fact. What's really critical is that if any evidence is obtained without a warrant, or insufficient evidence to obtain a warrant, that evidence is deemed fruit of the poisonous tree and cannot be used at trial. They have very specific rules they have to follow concerning each step of the investigation, and it takes time, especially when most of the evidence that we have is digital and is coming from hundreds of accounts. They definitely have David under surveillance so that he cannot leave or hurt other people. He probably was told not to leave the country, which is in part why his tour was canceled.
That makes plenty sense, honestly. I wouldn't be surprised. They got the men in black right outside his crib watching him right now. You know what I'm saying? Bro is in his crib walking in circles at this moment right now. Bro. Like, I can't even imagine what he's going through, because I know he is like, I'm going to spend the rest of my life in prison. I know that's what he's thinking, bro. They need to make sure he don't hurt himself. That's what they need to make sure, because he need to spend that life in prison, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why they should, pull him to the side, lock him up a little bit, because we don't want him hurting himself. Because we need to understand what's going on, and this 15-year-old girl needs justice, bro. You need to spend the rest of your life behind bars, bro. Thinking about your actions, bro. There ain't no quick way out, brother. Not this time.
Yeah, a lot of people are obviously reporting his tours canceled, especially the overseas dates that are coming up. I'm surprised he still did shows, apparently.
Bro, if he would have made it to his overseas tour dates before they found the body, he probably was not coming back. He probably would go overseas and you would never back to the U.S. ever. But I'm sure like they'll send him back or try to extradite him or whatever it is, because they wouldn't want a child P-word, serial killer on the loose, bro. You know what I mean? Not in their country. They gonna be like, yo, I don't care where you from, brother. Get up out of here. We don't want you over here causing mayhem.
After the body was found in general, but once this body was ID'd to the public, this tour was over. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way he's gonna go on. The police.
Even when the body was found the first time, I feel like if we're gonna be honest here, I think he did it, bro. I think he did it, or he knows who did it, or he knows that it happened, or whatever, or he planned it or something. It has something to do with him, bro. Regardless of anything, bro is cooked. They should pick him up, honestly, for talking to a 15-year-old. They should at least have that much. But anyway, I forgot where I was going with this. Type. I got too excited, bro. Let me put on my thinking glasses, bro. I got too excited, bro. I'm over here talking about anything. Hold on. Let me put on my thinking glasses right quick. My thinking goggles. I'm not locked in right now. Let me rewind so I can see what I was talking about.
It was over. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way he's gonna go on. The police are dotting.
Okay. I was talking about him leaving the country. Yeah, I don't think he would have came back. Is that what I was talking about? Bro, I'm cooked.
Dotting their I's and crossing their T's to ensure that David's defense will not be able to have the case dismissed or evidence withheld at trial. They also have an interest in presenting an overwhelming case in anticipation of obtaining a plea agreement, likely to protect her family from a very public and exploitative trial. Finally, they may suspect that David had multiple co-conspirators and may be investigating any leads related to that before they make an arrest. That's another thing. There could be a lot of people involved in this. Like I said in my last video, if it wasn't David, it's someone he knows, bro. A minor that he was allegedly in a romantic relationship with ends up dead in his car near his house. There could be a lot of people involved in this whole shit show, bro. And let's not forget the fact that she was dismembered and they only found parts of her body and the front trunk. Each day, bro, I still can't believe this is a real story. This is so disturbing. It strengthens their case substantially if they can get other people to cooperate who are willing to testify against David in exchange for a lighter sentence. David or anyone he knows is accused of doing this. If they can flip his co-conspirators, they are much more likely to get a confession that they can use in court and ensure a victory. They need to confirm things such as...
I hope he doesn't have any co-conspirators. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody else can also be stupid enough to be like, I'm going to help you hide a 18 minus 3 is 18 minus 18, 17, 16, 15. 18 minus 3-year-old. No. Wait, so 18 minus 3 is 17, 16. Yeah. 18 minus 3-year-old help you hide the body. Brother, you doing that on your own. Actually, brother, I'm calling the police on you. Brother, you are getting locked up tonight. I'm going to make sure they take you out in handcuffs, brother. I'm sorry. No, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care if you the next up. Bro, I don't care if you the next Drake. No. I don't care. Nothing you talking about. So I hope nobody was dumb enough to, ruin their life so he can be with a 18 minus 3-year-old, bro.
Her cause of death. I had some people...
Dang, 18 minus 3-year-old. But, I'm saying that... I don't know if that helps you two. That's probably worse. because I'm saying 18 minus, and then I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if that helps YouTube, but that probably just made it worse, bruh. Yo, make sure y'all like the video because just cause, man, I'm saying I'm over here saying words I shouldn't be saying and stuff, bruh. You know what I mean?
Will comment like, what the fuck are you talking about? Her cause of death is murder. They need an official cause of death from the
cause of death is murder is crazy. That don't make no sense. You got to know how the person, died ultimately to determine what it was. Let's say the person died of a seizure. Then they're going to be like, you know what I mean? Then it's like, okay, it's not murder, but dismemberment of a body type ish. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, yeah, ultimately.
Autopsy with the exact cause of death, because that can change how they charge people to determine whether he should be charged with murder or dismemberment of a corpse. And then if she was murdered, when did it happen? Was it premeditated? They need to be able to allege each element of each crime they charge him with. You can't just say, looks like he did it. You have to be able to reasonably claim that he caused her death, among other things, using actual evidence. If they want to charge him with murder in first degree, they have to allege facts based on evidence. That David had malice aforethought. Every charge has to be broken down in each individual element supported by probable cause. They can raise or lower, or even drop charges after discovering more evidence. But that initial bar is critical to ensure that charges stick. If all strong evidence they get later is based or unverified sham evidence, it all gets thrown out. You would think that they have enough to get him on abduction at least, but if it's true that people in Celeste's family knew or accepted money at any point, they may need more evidence to demonstrate he didn't have their permission to take Celeste. It's very complicated. Here's talk about a search warrant. When the police have a search warrant for you, it's usually for a good reason. The fact that they are able to obtain a search warrant for his electronic devices and his home means that a judge agreed there was reasonable suspicion to believe a crime had been committed in the house he was renting, or at least the crime had occurred, and the home, specifically David's computer, contained evidence relating to that crime. It's a strong indication that an arrest is to follow. They aren't going to release any information until that happens, however, because they don't want to startle David into running, fighting, or hurting himself. So that's a very basic explanation on why this is taking so long, and it's an educated guess from someone who's saying there's a lawyer. It all sounds right to me. The next thing that is going around today is now a screenshot that says 1 year ago, me and @deleted user got a kid on the way, and the @deleted user people are saying is Celeste, and now the internet is running with it that he got her pregnant, and that's why he killed her, because that's obviously one of the theories. Honestly, I think that was just a joke. I've seen people joke around about having a kid all the time in group chats and shit, and he's a popular artist, so it wouldn't surprise me if that was a joke. And we don't even know for sure this deleted user was actually Celeste anyway. In Discord, remember someone said in 2024, release that certain song about the missing girl, and they put Celeste's full name in there in the group chat. David's Discord mods, the people that handle his Discord, have responded, and they're saying, we, the Discord and Twitch staff team, want to clarify what we knew and what we didn't know regarding Celeste. We were not aware of her true age or that she was a missing person. We also did not have any contact with her outside of what was public. From what we shared in David's Twitch streams and from her role in the server, we understood her to be around 18 or 19. She appeared in 2 streams, but otherwise was not active in the server, and we not have an ongoing communication with her. Most of us are not located in California, so we are not aware of any missing persons reports connected to her. Additionally, the staff team has had minimal contact with David or his management. And here's the big part. The mention of her full name within the server was not seen in real time due to how fast the chat moves when David pings everyone. That's actually true. Discord, if the person pings everyone in the chat, it does move very quickly. Discord chats can move very fast. So maybe mods missed this name and just never saw it. But who knows if they're lying or not. As a result of this situation, the majority of the staff team has left the server and we no longer associate with David. Another Discord mod posted this. Yes, I was a Discord mod for David. No, we did not know anything. Everybody's attacking my friends. Please leave us alone. We hate him as much as you do. All we can do is hope for justice served for that young girl's family and they can get closure they deserve.
Bro, I can't stand people that just be on the internet just attacking random people, bro. Like, okay, you're in a Discord with David. That doesn't mean that you know that he is a psychopath. No, you don't know that he's a psychopath. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if he brings up a girl, you're not age checking her. You know what I'm saying? You're just gonna, for the most part, people just assume, okay, this person's 20. Oh, he's bringing his girlfriend in here. I think his girlfriend's 18 to 20 or 18 to 23, whatever. You don't immediately assume that people are psychopaths, bro. You don't immediately assume that people are doing the absolute worst. And yeah, you shouldn't be attacking random people because of that. Like, lock in, bro. You know what I mean? Like, this is real life, bro. Like, people overlook things. You know, I'm sure, yes, they're on Discord with him, but they have their own lives of their own also. They're not only singular purpose is to make sure or understand what David has going on and his girlfriend and her age and her date of birth and, you know, like where she was born and is she a Cancer or a Gemini? Like, bro, come on, bro. No, nobody's doing all that. So y'all, people that just go around just looking for problems, I hate that. I can't stand that, honestly. Like, I would give them the benefit of the doubt and hope that they didn't know, you know what I mean? Until it shows, you know, something that's sketchy, where it's like, you should have known based off of such and such.
The only thing that was known is that he had a girlfriend named Celeste. We weren't aware of her age or anything. We barely had contact with David or his label. That one person mentioning the full name of the missing girl wasn't seen by many of us because of how fast the chat was moving when David pinged the whole server. The misinformation on the internet is crazy. That has been a narrative on Twitter that the Discord chat is like well aware of everything and they're in on it and they know that she's underage and they're fine with it. I honestly do believe that some of these Discord mods missed it, but at the same time, it's very suspect. This whole thing is so fucked up, bro. It's really fucked up. Another video from June 2024 has surfaced of Celeste walking backstage. At least people are saying it's Celeste, and it does kind of look like her. And apparently she did dye her hair at some point. They're saying this is Celeste.
Yeah, I did see
it
this.
Definitely.
And they're saying that this is his brother. This is David's brother, bro. Which is kind of crazy. What... You know, and I saw on Instagram somebody post some shit and said, oh, David has a brother or younger brother. What if, mind you, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is all in my head. This is, you know, just thinking of random shit. What if it was his brother? It wasn't even him. He was never even dating Celeste. He dated another Celeste that was older. He hung out with her, of course, because she's dating his brother. But because she was on the run, he never said her name. He never said anything of that sort. And his brother was actually the one dating her. Yeah, that would be a crazy plot twist. I'm not gonna lie. I've been up late at night, you know, having nightmares and shit. Like, what possibility is David? Like, what's the possibility of David getting out of this? Like, what is the slither chance that David didn't do none of this? What is it? I don't know. And then you think about the tattoo. It's like, oh, she got the same tattoo, but then again, that's his younger brother. You know, I don't know if he has a tattoo also. Maybe the younger brother got the tattoo from his older brother, and then she got the tattoo for the younger brother. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? Yes, he might have hung out with her and all this stuff, but maybe, like, you know, his brother was like, can my girl stay here, please? Cause she, and he's like, yeah, bro, your girl could stay here, bro. Don't even worry about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? She has a bad home life, you know, and she's, you know, this and that. All right, bro. You know, I'll try to keep it on the low key. You know what I mean? What if that happened? I doubt it. Yeah, I highly doubt it. Actually, it almost sounds idiotic, but it's an idea. It's a thought.
It could be her. Another thing going around about the Tesla cameras. People don't know that Tesla cameras don't save footage unless you have a setting on that drains a lot of battery. You have to have Sentry mode on and a hard drive in your car that doesn't constantly go over the footage. I have a Tesla, and for me to save footage, I literally have to hit record, and it records like the last few minutes. But if I never hit record, that footage is gone because I don't have the big hard drive in my car. Like, you have to buy an extra hard drive and then put a setting on that drains your fucking battery. So it's like very inconvenient. I highly doubt this Tesla had this footage.
One thing, I think that the Tesla might know where it was, though. I think that's the only thing that it can have. I think, you know, you don't. I watched another video. They said, oh, you need your phone to open it, and you need to have permission to use the car based off the phone and this shit. You can literally just have a key. You can have a key. It doesn't need to be through a phone. But I don't know, you know, if each car knows where it's been. You know what I mean? Like, it has the last fucking 6 months of travel history and stuff. I don't know if that's a thing, which would probably be important. because that would be a great way to, one, the rest of the body, because like you said earlier, which I keep getting mixed signals on, if the body was like completely dismembered, like there was only certain bits of it that was found, or if everything was found and was dismembered, or I can't really like decipher what actually happened there just based off of everything that I heard. But if it's not everything, you may be able to find the rest from, where the car has been ultimately.
I'm going to be honest. Like, that's not how Teslas work, sadly. And Tesla doesn't keep any footage on like a cloud server. That's not a thing either. So that's another question that's being passed around a lot. But yeah, the police are working on this. They're going to figure it out. I mean, they have a dismembered 14-year-old girl in a car. They're going to figure it out. Trust me. Celeste's GoFundMe is down in the pinned comment for her funeral. Rest in peace. I don't even know what to say. I love you guys.
Almost doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like this is actually happening in real life because of the fact of how absolutely nuts it is. But it is happening, and I'm not gonna lie, bro needs to be behind bars expeditiously, bro. They should have had that nigga locked up the day they found out about that shit. The last thing you need is this man to try to run, or him to do something to himself. You know what I mean? No, we need answers, bro. This young girl, she needs justice, bro. But bless her soul. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if nobody told you today, I love you. Peace.